Now, what person in the world would you like to have a private conversation with?
Who would I like to talk to the most right now? Vanilla Ice.
So he tried to let me know. We sat down. He was like, "Yo, don't get it. You know, I'm a real gangster from Oakland." I was like, "Yo, Hammer, you ain't got to do this to me."
Y'all gather round because I'm about to spill some absolutely chilling tea about real fear, the kind that seeps into your bones and keeps you up at night. We're talking about none other than Shoog Knight, and just saying his name makes the room temperature drop 10 degrees. This man, who built his entire empire on being the most terrifying force in the streets, just dropped a bombshell that's gonna shake everything you thought you knew about hip-hop history. Are you ready for this? Because what I'm about to tell you is absolutely mind-blowing. Suge is claiming that Jay-Z and Diddy, yes, those untouchable kings of hip-hop, those titans who act like they're absolutely invincible, were actually genuinely deeply afraid of, wait for it, MC Hammer. I know what you're thinking. You probably think I've lost my mind completely. MC Hammer, the same guy who gave us those iconic parachute pants and those irresistibly catchy dance moves? But honey, sit tight, because this story is so much juicier than you could ever imagine. You see, this isn't your typical tale about who had the hottest beats or who sold the most records. No, darling, this is about something far more sinister, something that pulls back the curtain on the darkest corners of the rap game. So grab your popcorn and settle in, because we're about to take a wild ride through a world of power, respect, and what happens when you dare to step on the wrong toes. Now here's where it gets really interesting. While MC Hammer was out there dancing around in those flashy pants, projecting this squeaky clean image all about faith and family-friendly entertainment, Shoog Knight paints an entirely different picture. He suggests that behind those carefully choreographed moves and million-dollar smiles, Hammer was actually considered one of the most dangerous figures of his time, even more terrifying than Suge himself. Can you believe it? This revelation completely shatters everything we thought we knew about the man who told us you can't touch this. But to really understand this story, we need to go back to the beginning. Let me tell you about Stanley Kirk Burrell, the man who would become MC Hammer. Growing up in East Oakland, California, and honey, we're not talking about some cushy suburban neighborhood. Young Stanley faced every challenge you could imagine. We're talking poverty, drugs, crime, the whole 9 yards. His parents split when he was just 5 years old. Breaks your heart, doesn't it? Leaving him to be raised by his mother in this rough and tumble environment. When people would ask how he managed to stay above the fray, Hammer always credited his deep love for his mother and his burning determination not to disappoint her. But let me tell you about his early hustle game, because this is where things start getting interesting. This clever little entrepreneur was out there selling baseball tickets outside the Oakland Coliseum, using his older brother's connections to the team like a seasoned pro, and get this, he'd even throw in these impromptu dance performances while selling tickets. Talk about early signs of that showmanship we'd all come to know and love. But darling, these seemingly innocent experiences hint at something much deeper, a street-smart resourcefulness that might have served him well in, let's say, other areas of life. Are you catching my drift? It's like watching the origin story of someone who learned to navigate both the spotlight and the shadows with equal skill. One day, and this is just too perfect, Charles Finley, the team owner, spots young Hammer and is completely blown away by his energy and charisma. Now here's the kicker. Just days before, Hammer had been arrested for loitering around that very same stadium, but Finley still offers him a job as a clubhouse attendant. Can you believe the turnaround? This kid goes from getting arrested to landing a job that would eventually lead to a vice president position with the team. If that's not destiny, I don't know what is. But wait, because this story gets even better. Oakland A's outfielder Reggie Jackson noticed something fascinating. Young Stanley bore an uncanny resemblance to baseball legend Hank Aaron, whose nickname was the Hammer. And just like that, a legend was born. But hold on to your seats, because this story is just getting started. After high school, our boy briefly flirted with college life, but clearly higher education wasn't in the cards. Instead, he joined the Navy, serving his country while secretly plotting his music career. Even while in uniform, he was creating demos whenever he could sneak away. And when he got out, he did a complete 180 and joined a gospel hip-hop group called the Holy Ghost Boys. I mean, talk about range. And let me spill some more tea. Despite all that holy rolling, Hammer wasn't exactly shy about enjoying the finer things in life once success came calling. He even opened the American Music Awards with "Do Not Pass Me By," showing everyone he could straddle both worlds. This adds such a delicious layer to our story. A young man trying to balance these completely different worlds, from Oakland streets to owners' boxes, from military service to gospel stages, all while harboring this mysterious darker side that would later have some of hip-hop's biggest names shaking in their boots.
think Hammer is a sucker. Hammer don't play. Hammer don't play. He dances and he's very athletic and he'll whoop a
Now, darlings, this is where the story takes an absolutely chilling turn. That carefully crafted church boy image? It started cracking like thin ice, revealing something much harder underneath. We're talking about a man who wouldn't just take disrespect lying down, who was ready to defend his honor by any means necessary. The transformation was shocking. He went from being everyone's favorite dancer to becoming someone everyone feared. This wasn't just some guy in flashy pants anymore. This was someone who knew how to play the real game, if you know what I mean. And speaking of games, his signing with Death Row Records? That wasn't just a career move, honey. It spoke volumes about who he really was. While other rappers were out there throwing shade in their lyrics, rumor has it Hammer was taking things to the streets. We're talking about actual hits being put out on people who crossed him. Take MC Search from Third Bass. This tea is so hot it might burn your tongue. He claims Hammer put a $50,000 bounty on their heads over just one line in their song, The Cactus. Can you believe it? All this drama over what was supposedly just a playful jab at both Third Bass's album and Hammer's track.
Have you ever judged a book by its cover? Well, please, for the love of God, don't do that with MC Hammer. See, MC Hammer had a problem. You don't remember MC Hammer, right? The guy who sings Can't Touch This, Parachute Pants, and all that. Anyway, he had a problem. Rappers used to love to make fun of him in their songs. Why? Because he was considered to be a rapper, even though he was dancing, singing, wearing crazy outfits. And this made other rappers think he was a sellout or he was a poser. One of these rappers was Redman of the duo Method Man and Redman. They making a song. Method Man says, I like MC Hammer, he cool. Redman said, man, MC Hammer, corny. They stopped the track. The producer go, what'd you say? Redman said, I said he corny. The producer said, I'll just take that part out for you. Redman said, no, keep it. I said he corny. And why, Method Man, why you glazing him? Hold on, what's going on? Why y'all scared? The producer said, who's scared? You know what, I'm keeping the song in for you, but you gonna end up just like MC Search. Redman said, what happened to MC Search? The producer said, don't worry, you finna find out. Redman goes to a TV performance. He starts leaving. He sees MC Hammer. He go, he waiting for me? Redman go, man, MC Hammer goes, shh, you can just call me Hammer. Redman go, that's not how this works. I'm supposed to diss you in a song and you're supposed to diss me in a song. You're not supposed to actually pull up. Hammer go, let's just say I'm a peculiar one. Don't talk about my family in your songs again. Listen to me. You're young. It's not worth it. Redman go, oh, yes, sir. Whoa, I just noticed the fellows surrounding you. You came with a lot of people. They're your friends? Hammer go, not quite. Redman go, regardless, you won't have to worry about me again. Ice Cube didn't get the memo though. He started talking about MC Hammer. MC Hammer pull up on him with a bunch of folks that love the color blue and love throwing up hand signs. Ice Cube go, yeah, I heard what happened to MC Search. I thought it was Cap. My fault, Hammer. Hammer go, great. Now I know what you're thinking. Who is MC Search? I'm gonna tell you what happened to MC Search. Slow down. See, MC Search is part of a group called Third Base. MC Hammer starts talking smack about them first, and then they come back at MC Hammer. This dude in the group named Pete starts talking about MC Hammer's mom in the song. They pull up to them and go, hey, y'all ready for that trip we got to California? They go, yeah. The manager go, great, because you know who else lives in California? The Hammer. They go, the Hammer? You mean MC Hammer? Man, we ain't scared of him. The manager go, great, because I just got a call from his brother saying the minute we step foot in California, we're all... They go, man, you can't worry about all that. They hop on the plane. They go, hey, what was you saying about the Hammer again? The manager go, oh, no, y'all was right. I was just a little too paranoid. They go, yeah. Maybe we should look into it, though, just in case. So they call a rapper by the name of Prodigy, who was a part of Mobb Deep, because he tapped in. They go, hey, Prodigy, we was hearing it. He said, no, don't worry. I heard about it. Let me check my database just to double check. Yes, you guys are on the bounty list for the Crips at $50,000. They hang up. They go, Cap. They called another rapper to double check. He go, hey, y'all still alive? Oh, so why y'all talk about the Hammer? Listen, don't even worry about it. It's not really like that. When you go over there, they're not really gonna they probably just gonna break your legs. He said, but now that I'm double checking, it seems like the bounty is only for one of you. Black dude already said, I know it ain't me. They said, how do you know that? He said, I just know. They said, well, the bounty must be for Pete, because he's the one who said the thing about his mom. They said, nah, looks like it's for you, Search. He goes, why is it? They land in California, they hire a dude from the Crips to protect them. They say, you know what, we're gonna be safe. So they go to the mall, they chilling. They see a few dudes in blue masks pull up to them. They go, oh no. They go, public area, they're not finna do nothing. The dudes grab they go, okay, they finna do something. The Crip that they hired throws up his signs. The dudes who with the said, oh, they pull down their mask. They go, my fault. You know, you should have just told us he was with you, man. I was about to, can I have an autograph? They go, yeah. But it all comes to a head when they pull up to a radio station. The host goes, I heard Hammer been running y'all through the city. They go, well, that's not exactly true. host said, hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Hello, this is the Hammer. They go, is that really MC Hammer? He goes, yes, this is the Hammer. The host goes, good evening, sir. Is there anything you would like to say to the gentleman? Hammer goes, no. But is there anything they would like to say to me? Everyone looks at Pete, because remember, he's the one who said the line. Pete, quiet as a mouse. So Serge goes, man, we ain't scared of. The phone hangs up. The radio station immediately gets another call. He says, hello, I'm calling in from the Crips. Y'all not leaving California and y'all are all. Security busts in, grabs them and shuttles them out to the van to get them to the airport as fast as possible. They start driving off. A car starts chasing them at high speed. A couple dudes poking out the car with pointed at the car. They start driving and driving. They make it to the airport. They get out of California. They tell MC Hammer in an interview, yeah, the group third base is making crazy accusations about you. MC Hammer goes, I'm just MC Hammer. I have no idea what you may or may not be talking about.
Now hold on to your chairs, because in 2015, Serge spilled every single juicy detail on The Ed Lover Show. And let me tell you, it was absolutely shocking. He revealed that he received death threats from Hammer's brother, Louis Burrell, during a flight to LA. By 2018, and this just breaks my heart into a million pieces, Serge was still so traumatized by the whole thing that he was in therapy. Picture this scene. It's the day after the American Music Awards, and Third Base shows up at K-Day for what they thought would be just another morning show appearance. They're all excited, ready to promote their upcoming album release party at the Palace. Greg Mack is there being his wonderful self, talking about their Jeep giveaway, when suddenly, bam, he drops this bombshell. MC Hammer's on the line, fresh off winning 5 American Music Awards. Oh, honey, the tension in that room. At first, everything seems fine. You know how these industry calls go, but then the temperature in that room dropped so fast you could have made ice cubes. Hammer's voice goes from cordial to absolutely glacial as he starts talking about how he doesn't appreciate people dissing someone's mother on a record. Poor Serge is desperately looking at Pete Nice to say something, since he's the one who actually said the lyric, but Pete's just sitting there like he's been turned to stone. And here's where things get really scary, like horror movie scary. After Hammer hangs up, another call comes in. Someone claiming to be affiliated with the Rolling 60s, making threats that would make your blood run cold. Security had to rush in and get Third Bass out of there faster than you can say parachute pants. But wait, because it gets even worse. As they're speeding away in their van, 2 blue cars pull up alongside them, and men with Mac 11s start pointing them right at the van. Thank goodness their bodyguard Pookie was quick thinking enough to jump out throwing gang signs. Those guys actually backed off. The drama didn't stop there, darling. When they got to sound check at the Palace, right across from the Capitol Records building, the entire place was surrounded by blue vehicles. The Rolling 60s weren't playing around. Can you imagine trying to perform under those conditions? They had to get creative just to get Third Bass into the venue, sneaking them in dressed as security guards, complete with Kevlar vests, jackets, hats, and dark glasses. Serge's poor girlfriend was at the Hyatt, crying her eyes out as he said goodbye. It was like something straight out of a gangster movie. Inside the venue, they weren't taking any chances. Anyone wearing blue, the Crips color, was shown the door faster than a one-hit wonder. Years later, Serge is still carrying the weight of that night. I'm not good, he admitted, his voice breaking with emotion. I've gone through 25 years of therapy, 3 days a week. He just wanted to move past it all, to shake Hammer's hand and call it water under the bridge. He kept insisting the lyric was just wordplay, nothing more. But darling, some wounds just don't heal that easily. But Third Bass wasn't the only one to learn this lesson the hard way. Remember Redman? Back in 1992, he thought it would be cute to include a little skit called Funky Uncles on his album, dissing Hammer and his family. Oh sweetie, big mistake, huge. The skit went something like, everybody yelling hammer time, he ain't, mama ain't, daddy ain't nobody. Little did he know those words would come back to haunt him. By 1995, when Redman and Hammer finally came face to face on the final episode of Yo MTV Raps, Hammer made it crystal clear that he hadn't forgotten or forgiven. Redman later spilled the tea on Vlad TV, revealing how he and his crew had been chased out of Oakland by Hammer's affiliates. The message was loud and clear. You don't mess with MC Hammer or his family. And here's the part that really shows you just how serious this all was. The part that makes everything else make sense. Jay-Z and Diddy, two of the most powerful figures in hip-hop history, were reportedly scared of crossing paths with Hammer. Just let that sink in for a moment. These are men who face down every kind of challenge in the music industry, who've built empires from nothing, who seem absolutely untouchable, and even they knew better than to mess with MC Hammer. It wasn't just about the music anymore, darling. It wasn't about those catchy beats or those iconic dance moves. This was about reputation, influence, and the unspoken understanding that some lines you just don't cross. MC Hammer had built something that went way beyond those parachute pants and chart-topping hits. He had created a presence that even the biggest names in hip-hop respected and feared. So, what do you think about all this tea I've just spilled? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're loving these juicy reveals about your favorite celebrities, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to know when I drop more shocking secrets. Trust me, darling, you won't want to miss what I've got coming next week.